And now it's unfortunately time to pick brains here. Because it's time to talk about HarmonyCon. Now, HarmonyCon celebrated their 6th year, apparently, this year, with HarmonyCon 2025 over in Dallas, Texas. And apparently they also had a pretty good turnout from the sounds of it. So it looks like the Brony community is still going quite strong, and with the closure of BabsCon soon to come, I imagine that is going to be even more intriguing, more robust this next year. But until then, let's go ahead and talk about how HarmonyCon 2025 came off this year. And I suppose the best way to start off is to talk to the two people that were actually there.
CMC won't really be doing too much respond because 6 hours of driving and he a little bit pooped.
No, I get that. You could add in color commentary if something comes to mind.
Also, he doesn't have my headphones on to listen in.
It's okay. He could shout out his color commentary. And that's if he has anything to add. So, HarmonyCon. Well, I guess we should start off with how did you guys get there this year?
Okay, so this year CMC flew to my hometown. We had to deal with renting a car, going down there and getting there by a Wednesday evening in a rainstorm with flooded roads.
Just out of curiosity, was Dallas flooded?
Not fully, but it was flooded. It was flooded roads, and if it's high enough or low enough.
Well, I mean, the Dallas area.
We didn't flood an engine, but the wheels were definitely spraying a lot up.
Fair enough. It's kind of funny because we had to stop at a Dallas airport when I was going to Ciderfest, and yeah, they had a really bad rainstorm that delayed us for hours on end.
And Dallas, surprisingly, is very wet during certain times of the year.
Yeah, it's just funny that it happened to be the two times that people were either going or leaving a pony convention. Granted, not in Dallas, but, related.
Oh, and as soon as we got there, after being soaking wet, we dried ourselves off. We got our heads down and woke up that morning to a tragedy.
Oh?
Yeah, because of that event that happened over in DC, a lot of flights got canned.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that. Yeah, I actually was wondering about that because I know a lot of flights probably in that area would have been canceled. I didn't know if any others to Dallas would have gotten canceled out.
On American canceling all airline travel for that day.
Ah, man, that is.
So we could not get Fiora the Tank Girl down.
Oh, is that what happened? I thought.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. That does explain a little bit. I thought Fiora actually had something else happen, but no, that still sucks. But I'm glad it wasn't something that affected her directly in a bad way, like some of the other situations.
Technically, she didn't get paid.
Well, I mean that sucks too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just talking more like having products stolen or.
No, that was bad.
Yeah.
But anyways, we started putting up stuff, and by the time it was, would you say roughly about 4, we had everything set up in panels, if not 3.
Yeah, somewhere between 4 to 6, everything was up.
The panel rooms was set downstairs. Main hall was still going, but otherwise, we were set, and we then just went around, took care of that, got our heads down, and then Friday happened.
As Friday tends to want to happen.
Yep. But I went down early, checked and turned on the panel rooms, and then just wandered about for a bit, helped in main hall, and then went downstairs. Sat in on a few panels, very nice. Got upstairs into the staff lounge, and apparently I was very good because by the end of Sunday, I was being asked, hey, you can still work with AV, but would you like to come up with hospitality and just help run the staff lounge so people can, swap in and out?
That's pretty cool. It's nice to hear that the other convention staff are getting a chance to at least take a breather.
Oh yeah. Can't fully recall all the panels, of course, but went through a few, had fun. And,
Anything in the panels that did stand out for you?
I actually saw Captain Horse a few times, and
Ooh.
it was fun hearing someone talk about being an animator and how rigging and whatnot can go horribly wrong when people go, okay, hey, we want this character on this shorter rig, and it's like, that won't work, and they're like, nah, it'll be fine, and then you get a horrible monstrosity.
It'll be fine. It's not like their bone structures are completely different. Oh my god, we created sin.
It's alive. It's
And
alive.
then-
It's ass. It's ass.
And then another story of well, we have all these characters, and they will have different outfits. They all have their outfits on. We just have to turn off the layers, and they bloat the file.
So
Yeah, they talked about how, they had a program to, okay, this is what I need, this is what I don't need, delete that layer. It's not the master file,
yeah.
And then he showed an example of, and here's in the car with 6 people, and how standards and practices are like, you have to have a seatbelt. You always have to have a seatbelt. So they had the inside of the car, the characters, the seatbelts, the characters again, and the outside of the car. And basically, I think he had a record for one of the most layers deleted in that company. And remember, this is me trying to recall, so grain of salt.
Rain of salt indeed.
I think that's the only thing that really stood out, aside from, the Jeopardy panel was a little bit of a mess, but it got resolved in the end.
Oh, that's... Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Bringing up the main website here for HarmonyCon. It looks like the final attendee count was 1,282. Granted, I don't know if those numbers might have been skewed a little bit just due to the unfortunate traveling circumstances that occurred the Thursday before.
About right, because about 100 or so people not being able to make it.
So yeah, the potential for over 1,300, but still getting over 1,200 easily. That it sounds. It doesn't sound. Was it kind of packed at the convention, or was it?
At times there was, but I speak for CMC when I say we had finally enough rooms to actually host some of that stuff. Because last year there was a room between 2 panel rooms that was taken up by another party.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and we couldn't get it back anytime that weekend.
So you
Well,
finally were
problems back then, huh?
Well, it's a problem with the convention spaces. Sometimes you have to have other things going on the exact same weekend for some dumb reason. Overbooking.
That also happened this week, but it was a lot of normies passing through and looking at stuff.
Yeah.
And it's more of people trying to close in because of climate of stuff.
Right.
I'm trying to avoid it.
Yeah, no, I got you. But still, I mean, it sounds like it was at least not like super packed, but definitely a busy convention, which is always a good thing. It's kind of a
The
pain.
convention is a busy one.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of a pain because there's not a lot of breathing room sometimes, but at the same time, it just means there's always some activity that you can do, which is always fun.
Saturday for me was again go downstairs, turn on the stuff. But while I was in cosplay as an EXO from Destiny, and unfortunately a lot of my stuff, because I threw it together in a month, was not wanting to stick, and stuff fell apart, and I just had to deal with it.
No, I get that. Key hint for everybody out there: if you're planning on anything for the convention, plan early, plan ahead, and get it done as sooner than later. Last minute.
You say you can do it in a month doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, get it done sooner than that. Give yourself time to breathe or make correct mistakes. Believe me, I kind of got that going with the mead right now. I'm trying to make sure I have enough time to have enough batches, but I'm also I'm really, really hoping that nothing explodes, which would really cause problems. I also got a flag ordered, but that's another case.
But yeah, after I did the cosplay contest, I stripped down to just a shirt, pants, shoes, and went back to help with panels and hospitality. Beyond that, Saturday was just sitting in on a panel with a member from Police Online, your pal Tina, and she was doing a What's a Dub as What the Horse.
Oh yeah, I saw her posting a little bit here and there. It seems like a lot of fun.
Oh, it was very fun. And since it was an 18+ panel, they could go a lot.
Oh,
but the one that won Tina's game at the end there, you know the scene in the Starlight episode where she has to deal with Luna and Celestia having friendship issues?
Yeah.
Right. How Luna comes in, Celestia greets her, and Luna just says something, takes a bite out of a pineapple, walks, and Celestia is in a huff.
Yeah.
The blanked out spot won by Tina putting F off.
Sometimes it's the simple stuff that really works.
Oh, trust and believe me, there were dirtier options, but everyone agreed that fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about being dirty, it's about being dirty and...
It's about being dirty and coherent, and it works with the scene.
Yeah, but it works well, or flows better.
So then yesterday, it was last day, and stuff got arranged. Some panels got taken off and redone because, of course, some of the community guests could not be there. But
yeah.
I will go back to Saturday and be like, there was a TF2 analysis panel with Dr. Wolf, Mad Munchkin, and Lightning Bliss.
Oh yeah, I did see that their announcements for HarmonyCon. I really wish I could have gone and seen that. Love their panels.
It was fantastic and so wholesome. Silverquill was in the audience, and they showed off a remake of one of the early episodes of TF2 Anarchy.
Ooh.
But I will not say which one, because I also had to keep an eye out because people were trying to film after the guest, and this is con etiquette. If someone says, and I quote, "Please do not film," do not, under any circumstances, pull out your phone and record something. Con staff have the right to say, "Will you please remove yourself?" And we have security if you will not comply.
I wouldn't have been that nice about it. I would have taken one of those Nerf pellet guns and just started shooting people. Just stand there right at the front with the gun, just waiting. Somebody holds up a phone.
I have to deal with the correct channels, and every time someone pointed it out, I had to walk up and I go, they said no. And the panelists had to be like, it's fine, and I'm just willing to nod and be like, okay. But it's one of those things of...
Some are going to be okay with it, some of them won't.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things they said don't, and people that may have came in later started doing it, and collectively everyone said no, and I was just there to show a sign of the con agrees with the panelists. No.
Besides, I'm pretty sure it's because they want to be able to show off the remade episode on their own terms.
And the saddest part was, it was a celebration of how far Lightning Bliss has come.
Aww. That is nice. That's not sad. That's awesome.
Yes,
I mean, yeah, just a couple of accidental, an accidental recording attempts doesn't sour that. I mean, malicious anger will do that, sour, but not.
Yeah, no, that's why I was willing to be the aggressive, not actually put hands on people, but be a show of force because they don't need that taken from them because it's too nice.
Yeah.
But that was my only major thing I had to try and be, tough. Hey, I may be AV, but I'm still staff, and I have the right to say out.
I still say Pelican next time.
I cannot, and you know that.
Who says you can't or you won't?
No, the hotel has a thing against having gun shapes in the area.
You ever see a Nerf gun? Those aren't gun shapes. I'm not even sure what those things are.
It is also con policy that nothing like that should be on site.
All right, how about a Nerf bow and arrow?
I'm not gonna try.
Oh, you actually had to think about that for a second. I want a Nerf bow and arrow. Well, no. Okay, we'll just get a bunch of those cheap Nerf footballs or something, or the little balls, the little dollar store balls that are probably like $5 now because dollar store my ass. But
yeah, so
dollar
Sunday
store stopped being
came.
dollar store over a decade ago.
Anyway,
Sunday came. The last of the panels happened, and doing charity auction. We in the panel rooms were breaking everything down, staging it, and getting it ready. So as soon as we came down, everything would be set, and the hotel can go to the next thing.
As it does.
The last panel that I was on, well, actually watching, was Captain Horse's his cyberpunk panel on why he had sun jackets as he did. And it was a fascinating take. And it was just kind of nice to see that. So, after the con shut down and everything was set, we had to undo everything we did and pack up and move. And by the end of it, we had done it for AV out by 11:14. A full 43 minutes faster than last year.
Nice. Packing up cons at the speed of sound. Gotta go right on home, but I need a minute to sleep. Okay, sorry.
But I need a minute to chill.
Oh, they had a talent show. Oh, that might have been interesting to see.
I did not see that, but apparently the winner of that did perform something at closing ceremonies, if I'm correct. Also, right now, if you go to the HomniCon Twitch, if it's not unlisted, there should be videos from the past week.
Okay, well, let's see here. Well, instead of Twitch, do they have alternatives where I'm not going to want to hurt people?
As far as I know, no, it was only streaming on Twitch, but we can check to see if there's any videos there. If not, then it's still within the queue, but, you know.
Give me a second. I got ways to dig this stuff. Well, okay, well, I guess I have to ask, how was HarmonyCon Day 4?
We got home. We backed out and got out of there by, you know.
No, I'm just making fun of the HarmonyCon Day 4 announcement here.
Yeah. And yes, they do have everything that was on main stage, so you can watch the talent show. You can watch the cosplay.
Alright, let's see. Actually, was that there? I think I saw that they were on Twitch more than a few times here.
Yep.
Wait, did you say Twitch or Twitter?
Twitch.
Oh, my bad. I got the wrong twa.
We are not on the bed. We are on this platform that we're hosting on. Unless we're on the YouTube, then we're on the other platform.
We're on a platform.
I thought we already gave that site the bird.
We did, and we are. Yeah, oh yeah, let's see here. So, yeah, over at the HarmonyCon Twitch, they do have a video segment, and yeah, they got the Harmony Star Stage up. Let's bring up all their videos here. Oh, wow, I think they got the I think they got the performances up here too.
So I don't.
Yeah, they're all Harmony stage. They're all Harmony stage. So unfortunately, the panels apparently, unless they were recorded by somebody.
Yeah, they had to be locally recorded because there was no Wi-Fi down there. Well, there was Wi-Fi, but it's one of those.
That doesn't surprise me as much as it should. But yeah, no, they got the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire My Little Pony. Actually, is really cool looking. Nice. Oh, that is fun.
Skip as far ahead as possible because
they got several segments here. There's a lot of segments here, so I have to go one at a time. Okay, here. Oh, this is definitely one of the concerts here. Ah, oh, come on! Now they muted it. Of course they did.
Or are you muted?
No,
you're muted.
Well, they said that one of the portions while I was clipping around here said that they muted the audio, so it looks like it was a temp mute, but yeah, it looks like unfortunately some.
Oh, there's a furry in the crowd.
And that doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, it's one of those things of I don't know if these are being saved, but
they can be saved. I mean, you literally can probably find a way to download them if you really, really wanted at this point.
Well,
I'm going to leave that alone.
Get them. Yeah.
Get them while they're hot, because yeah, I'm only seeing the ones from this year. I'm not seeing last year's, but I could check a couple of things here. Yeah, there's a closing ceremonies, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's the auction. That looks like the auction. Never mind.
Yeah, it's closing ceremonies on the back end.
Oh, they had one of the cells. Oh, that is cool.
Oh,
again.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Because
again,
right. It's one of those neat things of.
I'm listening.
Get them while you can because this is some good stuff.
I'm going to do a little bit more digging into here real fast just to be sure about a couple of things. While I am doing that, though, do you know if CMC has anything that they are willing or able to add, or are they still clinging to life as best they can here?
Video HomniCon experience?
I'll consider my words later.
I suppose he's saving it for his thing, which yeah, that's fair.
When Chester went so
Also, again, this man is a trooper. He has dealt with a lot of stuff over the weekend.
Alright, so unfortunately it does not look like HarmonyCon has their own YouTube channel.
No.
But I could still hold on to the possible hope that they may end up. I mean, I don't recall them ever doing a Twitch like this before, so maybe there's a hope that they may take these recordings and put them up on YouTube or something.
That's an option, but I say if you have some way of downloading videos, not a bad thing to archive.
Yeah, definitely worth doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, it was a fun weekend and we had a good time.
Yeah. So, how was the vendor hall then?
It was rather nice. I didn't spend too much time there because, hotel, expensive.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I really had to raise an eyebrow on, was seeing the pricing of the hotel when I was looking at possibly going this year and having to save it for next year. Since Babs, I'm basically almost spending the same amount of money for a room right now too.
Yeah, as always, hotels make the thing in best spot. Even with the staff, it was a little bit to bite on, but I still, I'll get back incidentals and I won't be broke, but
You're gonna be filling it for a little while, huh?
Oh yeah, but that is just the nature of everything.
So any cool?
As you see on the image here, there were a good amount of stuff, and surprisingly, there was some stuff selling out.
I mean, I'm hoping it's not surprising. I hope they sell out their stuff, but that's still, yeah. I mean,
day one, that was sold out stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, day one, some people had stuff sell out.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me as much as it should. I think there were a couple of Ciderfest booths that sold out. They were mostly the plushy ones, though. But that's still radical. I mean, I'm glad either way. I am so glad that they were able to sell a lot of good vendor merch. Because yeah, this is the way that a lot of vendors are going to survive and be able to create awesome stuff. I just wish this thing had websites or something for them if they had outside things. Yeah,
I know, right?
Muzua, I love Muzua's art. Awesome, good stuff. My Little Ties. Well, My Little Ties has their own site. We already know it. There's Fiora, Sweet Cream Arts, LBR Cloud, Waffle Wishes.
As always, this is why I like to try and promote Ponies Online as a way of vendors, at the very least, thinking about it. Because if you vendor at an online convention, you have to.
Oh, that is.
Will have a way of doing stuff online.
Okay, that is interesting. Okay, just for something fun here, I noticed a problem with the vendor hall on the website. You see how I can go down the list here and see all the different tables and who's at the tables there. After about 3132, the mouse no longer registers on this list here, and if I wanted to look at them, I have to go through here.
Yeah.
Just something funny that I noticed.
Yeah, the website's kind of, I won't say screwy, but
it's cool, but it definitely had a couple of bugs.
Yeah, the design is fantastical, but you know.
Oh, they have the nameless one. I oddly enough, I'm in his Discord now, and I don't know why, but okay.
Aww. Yeah, CMC said the runner of the website known as 15 had fun with the coding.
You know what? I'm glad he did, because it's still an awesome site. I'm actually having fun messing with all of it and seeing the interactivity. Okay, I think that's enough apple whiskey for an evening for me. Yeah.
But yeah, seen many of them, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Caramare Animation, Red Card, Minty Root.
Banquo, Friendship is Content. Oh, there's there's Princess Katie. Yeah. Per-user of Pieces. Yeah. Oh, I love Per-user. Love this stuff. Step to Harmony. Great cosplayers.
Captain Horse.
Okay. Ooh, Scooter Trick Studios was there.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Second, you really should think about coming next year.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit on my feet. Sit on my feet in February and wait until Everfree, because I'm not gonna keep going to pony stuff anymore. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go to Everfree. I'm gonna make it into a furry con, and I'm not gonna see a pony again. I'm gonna go ahead and scrub my tattoo off. I'm gonna just go freaking completely mental on it. Yeah. I'm gonna dunk my arm in bleach. Please don't dunk your arm in bleach. That is a bad idea. No, I told you I'm working on plans on going next year, because once again Babs is going away, and that sucks. But it also means I have space for convention again. Hopefully, if things don't go up in price again heavily.
You know they will.
I'm trying not to think about it. Anyway, but yeah, no, a lot of great. Yeah, this is great. Who knows? Maybe my name will be up here. Yeah, right. Sorry.
You know, as always, I have that offer extended to you.
We already talked about it, literally. Anyway, did you get a chance to go to any of the concerts, or was that pretty much?
No, I was not doing that because, again, panels and late night stuff.
All right. Any other highlights of the convention then that you were able to hit?
All I can really say is the video game room this year was so much better.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask why.
It wasn't down on the bottom floor with the panel rooms.
Well, that's one thing, but why was that such a bad thing?
Changed the shape of the rooms such that video gaming and tabletop were upstairs in Pegasus, and they loved that change of venue.
That sounds awesome, but I mean, why was it a problem with them being downstairs before?
Because they were too crowded.
Because people had to go down the stairs and go either to a panel or to video game. A video game could not hold more than like 10 people.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's way too small for a gaming room, unless you are like a really small convention, which
Oh, and-
reminds me of a really small anime convention I went to last year. But that's another
you
case.
wanna add onto that, there was no power in there because the floor stuff was not working.
Oh, I think I remember.
And again, there was no internet down there either.
I mean, video gaming, you don't necessarily need the internet, depending. But yeah, no, I'm glad that they got a better space and that everybody was happier for it.
Yeah, they had one-up arcade cabinets. It's
Oh,
outside. but
ooh, stand-up arcades. Okay, that is impressive.
Yep, as they told me during pack out, they actually had a budget.
We got a budget. It's a miracle. We got a budget.
But yeah, you can see along there how everything went. You can do. This is why this has such a fun feel to it. Because this is how everything went. And the Crystal Empire was the biggest. Broadhorse was like a 2-person setup, and the horse field was like 1.
Oh, I see. Oh, so
Look at all that stuff.
yeah. Ooh, small-time horse YouTubers. I wonder if I technically fit in that now.
I mean, you technically are one of the oldest
Yeah.
YouTubers. So.
Yeah, but I have a small but very dedicated and awesome audience, and I love you all.
Mm-hmm.
I would never replace you for anything, except for $100,000, just so I wouldn't have to work anymore.
A lot of us would take that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have to work anymore, and I'd be okay with that. Well, I wouldn't have to work by force.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
I will say this: the My Little Match game was so poor this year, not because it was bad, but because of the results. Which, again, watch on the main events and Twitch.
Right. Yep. The HarmonyCon Twitch. There's a lot here. I'll honestly recommend checking it out. I would definitely check it out just for the music things alone. I'm guessing this might be the My Little Match here.
Was for the community guest with trying to fill in the blanks, because as you had to guess the line or the comic words.
That sounds ridiculous. That sounds like that opens itself up for a lot of tragedy there.
Well, the VAs have to remember the lines of the comic.
Oh, come on. Do you know how much crap the VAs have to go through? I don't blame them for not remembering.
Oh, surprisingly, some of them got it close without audience help.
Huh.
Well, they did it over and over again in the recording booth, so some things I had to.
Yeah, but they do over and over a lot of things.
Cosplay.
That stuff melts your brain.
And
That's a clip.
Dale Gribble.
Oh my god, there is a Del Gribble back there. Oh god.
Yep.
I tell you, those ponies are crazy.
And then,
They were brought in by the Illuminati.
It's a conspiracy, man.
yep, you can see me in the background there.
Oh
I
no.
was having East.
All right. Oh well. Anything else you want to add in regards to HarmonyCon or the trip in general?
The trip was relatively fine. We almost got sideswiped by a truck going down there, but hey.
Oh.
I sympathize with you, but I have to deal with that almost every other day now. Sorry, go ahead.
The pilot was extremely skilled, and I thank him. And HarmonyCon 2026 is happening.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about that. Did they already mention the dates, or just that it's happening?
It's happening. I haven't seen dates yet. Nothing's popped up in my feed, but we are still going and going off of how stuff goes. we'll probably find out sometime either in the summer or right after Everfree. You know, depending on stuff.
Cool. Well, either case, it sounds like yeah, I'm still glad to hear it. I mean, I didn't know that. I'd be surprised if they were going to close out, especially with BabsCon closing up. It's still good to get a confirmation that they're still going, and it doesn't sound like it'll be the last one either. All right. Well,
depressing if both cons ended on the same year.
it would be, but it wouldn't surprise me either right now. But I'm not gonna think about that too much. So while we're trying to avoid the existential dread of existence, we're gonna go ahead and move ourselves along. Thank you so much for the HarmonyCon report, or what you could give, considering you just recently got home and dragged yourself to a microphone while the other one is apparently dying on a bed.
Yeah, he's not full on dying, but he is just trying to relax because the weekend took a lot out of him.
I imagine it did.
Back at an airport somewhere between 10 and noon.
Tomorrow.